room and noticing all the women have different types of pearls on, all beautiful, different sizes, different colors, different shapes. And they are who we are as individuals, but all of them are still so beautiful in their own individual way.
I'm honored to be recognized by my work.
You all are here to recognize and celebrate what you have done, what you've given to this world and made a difference. So many of you already know how this Pearls event started. Well, one day Sheena was watching TV, the Oprah Winfrey Show. And on that show, they had an event hosted by the Legends. And what does that mean? It means that women took over and recognized and celebrated and contributed to African American women all over. Sheena was very inspired. She saw a bigger picture, and so many women give back to this world, and she wanted to recognize that and celebrate that. She decided to go ahead and set up Pearls. Legends and Pearls, really, they're very similar. Legends is for African American women, Pearls is for deaf women, but what they have done lift the oppression that's been put on them. It seemed impossible, but it actually became possible. We are here now in our second year, 2014. You're called the second strands. The second strand of the pearls. How is that translated in ASL? As necklaces or as bracelets. Before we go ahead and begin, I want to invite Sheena to come up and explain so we can go ahead and begin with the recognitions and thank you for all of your contributions that you've given. You are one big pearl. Come on up.
First of all, I really want to thank you all for taking the time off from your work and your busy lives to all come and gather here for the event this weekend. I'm thrilled. As always, it requires a long time of planning, and we need that personal touch, that face-to-face and person-to-person, and that's finally here now. Some time ago, as Deanne explained, I was watching Oprah and visualized the same opportunity for deaf women. At that time, I gave birth to a deaf daughter. Both my husband and I grew up with a hearing family. By the time my daughter was born, she already had a sea of deaf women to look up to. But what about the other deaf children without the same exposure, having hearing parents? I thought about this opportunity and what the perfect name would be. I didn't want to name it after the Legends. I pondered for a while, looked through the dictionary, and came across the word pearls. Yes! You know, each of you have a pearl. A pearl has layers that takes time to develop, layer by layer. These layers consist of your stories, wisdom, traits, and struggles. They build up over time inside the oyster shell. When the pearl is ready, the shell will pop and the pearl scintillates. Each and every one of you leading deaf women possess a pearl. One sparkling pearl is bold all in itself. But if you gather several pearls, you create an incredibly strong and powerful strand. And this is exactly how it works. Now the glow from within, before the shell is fully cracked open, is burning quietly. You can see it behind the shell's rims. The pearl within you hasn't discovered its fullest potential yet. The inner glow needs to be lit. As the pearl's glow becomes brighter and brighter, it also becomes a beacon of hope for that person, encouraging them to believe in themselves. Once the shell pops open, the pearl is free. The more your glow reaches our generation of young people, the more young people are going to be opening their shells and popping out. You might see a pearl glow brightly. Keep supporting that, but also attend to other people that are struggling, reaching a dead end, or running out of ideas. Their glows may have dulled. Encourage them and support them. Help their glow to shine again.
Jules Dameron, is she here? There she is. All right, so I'm going to share a story about this person, and then they can come up and receive their gift. From grandmother to mother, following their own traditions of running businesses, a salon. You yourself have already set up a business, a spa. You've attempted 3 times, and that's grown. And Sheena has said, as you have to build and grow from the heart, it's become your own business called Skin. Linda Bove. She herself is so well known in both the deaf community and the hearing communities. She is known as a very famous actress participating in several different characters. Your history will be passed on through the generations and continue forever. Thank you for what you've done. Sharon Ann Dror. She founded JDCC, Jewish Deaf Community Center. She's also on the board of several Jewish organizations. I was inspired by her involvement with Walk for ASL. From San Francisco to Los Angeles, the Santa Monica Beach, May 1st through May 30th. Thank you for what you're doing. She has done work previously with BCBG, Max Azaria, Hello Kitty, who my daughter loves, Disney, and Macy's. She now owns her own business called Ophelie. Her business is designing original, custom-made gowns. Her work has won several awards and recognitions, including being one of the CNN heroes, winning $25,000 from Chase's community giving campaign. I sat down with her for hours talking about domestic violence. I had misconceptions before that, and she opened my eyes and educated me. I'm grateful for the technology we have today because we can reach out to so many people through social media compared to giving a workshop to a closed group. Mass communication is achieved when videos go viral. I think it's such an important message. When she was a college student, she was involved with College Bowl. Lauren Ridolph. She has made an impact with the Miss Deaf America pageant. She was the first multiracial winner of the crown. I'm grateful for how you've shown your glow. Expressing deaf identity and culture through art is what she does best. On TV, I think it was an interview with a bunch of kids on a show called Hangout, where they asked her questions about her art. One stood out to me. It was one of my many favorites, the one with crayons standing in line, evolving from the past to the present. Toby Silver. She has been a TV producer and director for a show, Internal Revenue Service. Melody Stein grew up in a family that ran its own business, a restaurant. Melody's own restaurant, Mazzeria. Did I spell that right? Melody and her family founded Mazzeria in the middle of San Francisco. There have been such positive reviews. Carolyn Stern. She is a board-certified family doctor, and she runs a project, a website called Deaf Doc deaf.org. The goal is to help improve health literacy for all of the deaf community. For Access News, it is a unique half-hour TV program accessible for everyone, both hearing and deaf viewers. During her work, Tamara has had the opportunity to interview a leader in Congress, a best-selling author, and also community activist. Jacqueline Vincent works closely with California's Department of Education. She wrote a guide for parents to follow, focused mostly on hearing parents of deaf children, but the list is for both hearing and deaf parents. Deaf education is really important. It affects deaf children's cognitive, social, and emotional development. This starts at an early age. What you do is so important. It's complicated and takes many years, but with persistence, you can make a small glow shine bright. The rare pearl that's hidden deep, hard to find, is the black pearl. This Black Pearl Award is given to someone, this particular person who is the rarest of them all, who's looked up to and admired by many. Her work does not just meet potential, she exceeds it. This person is Marilyn Jean Smith. She is best known as the mother of the anti-violence movement, which is well known in the deaf community. She not only founded but also runs the Abused Deaf Women's Advocacy Services, ADWAS. ADWAS has brought many reputable awards and recognitions, including recognition from former President Bill Clinton.
Today, somebody was asking a question of many of the pearls here. Who inspires you to do what you do? I thought about that. I assessed myself, saw your answers, but honestly, who inspired me to do what I do is really myself. Honestly, I'm not trying to be arrogant, but it's true. I've suffered through a lot. I'm a rape survivor. I didn't have any support. That's all part of me. My anger that fueled my inspiration. Just, it became a very good thing. Now, know that it wasn't a process that I went through alone. I had people to help. You know, there was many pearls surrounding me, helping. So many pearls. You know, they deserve this honor also. There's so much more to come. I'm not going to be content sitting in a rocking chair. I'm on the Deafhood Foundation Board. I'm learning so much about myself, about being deaf, about language, about our rights. And I still look up to Ella. Oh, what a role model she is. I'm just learning so very much, and I just feel like there's so much more to do, more to accomplish. Right now, I'm really emotional. Just thank you so much, Sheena. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're done with the awards ceremony. We can go ahead and begin our banquet.
When I was listening to her powerful story about her experience in the past, it just touched my heart. I felt like I had to inspire myself. After searching and finding no role model, I had to become a role model to myself. You have to embody it, find it in you, and show it to the world. But now I see that I'm not alone. There are others who are inspired just the same.
This year's poem I'm going to offer to you was not fully translated by me, so I do have to give some credit. The real natural poet. This person is my better half, Troy Kosher. These pearls are just amazing women. I feel honored to be a part of this and to be able to meet and see them.
As in her poem, it really is work to develop a pearl. The little clam has to really labor to develop a pearl. It's the same thing when making your dreams become a reality.
Being raised by my mother, who she raised the bar for me. She would not accept any deafness as an excuse. She would just say, go out, do it.
Being crowned Miss Deaf America, the first multiracial person to be crowned, it still affects people today. Still. I teach kindergarten to first grade for almost 10 years now. And oftentimes when the students somehow find out that I've been crowned Miss Deaf America of color, I see the excitement and the glow in their eyes, and it makes it all worthwhile.
I am a rape survivor. There was no services, there was no help at that time. There was nothing out there, so I had the choices of either going ahead and being angry for the rest of my life, taking a path of destruction for myself, or I could take the other path and set up something that could go ahead and become healing.
To be completely honest, I feel like this is still a man's world, and women are not recognized for being able to run businesses or be leaders. We're not there quite yet. I've had customers come into the restaurant, deaf customers, and they're completely shocked to see me working there. They say, a woman is running this place? I say, absolutely, I'm running this place. I think the mind frame is just not there yet. People think that women should stay home and take care of kids. I said, oh no, times have changed.
People are coming from different pathways in their lives, and they've been very successful. Their success stories are wonderful. I want to know how they got there. I thought about my travels alone. It's really good that others have gone through the same process. How did they do it? Who are they? There's sort of a similarity in those stories, basically the same.
I have received several awards in the past, but this one is just amazing. It's like peers and equals. Usually it's one award for one individual, but this is a group award, and that's a first time for me.
I've met so many wonderful women here, and they all have different fascinating fields that's really inspired me, and I know that I'm not in this fight alone. We're fighting together. It just makes me feel so thankful for what I do and making a contribution to this. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going and hopefully set a good example for other young women in the future.
I feel so lucky to be here tonight, I'm very humbled that I was chosen because I still have so much to do compared to some of these other women that are here that I have met. But it's very nice to have this one-on-one time with them this evening.
I have such a good feeling. It's so good to see everyone again, and it's a great exchange of everyone's talents. It gives me hope.
Sitting at the table with the other Pearls, I loved that experience. Just sitting with such wonderful women, bright, experienced, just all happy to be here. In conversation, I said, hey, this feels like a pageant, but without the crown.
It's very inspiring because that's what deaf women support network should be like. It's not about competition. It's not about pulling each other down. It's about networking together and connecting.
What's so exciting is to see women that I've never met before. Many of them have had access to their fields. I want to applaud them. You know, from my time, from my era, and then there are others from different eras. Such a good balance of different people.
I'm deaf, and we have about 80 deaf students that attend University High School. And when I saw the Pearls event, I thought, oh, we have to seize this opportunity and bring our young deaf ladies to meet these deaf women who are so successful in their respective fields. So I approached her and we were having conversations. She says, yes, we can, let's go for it.
And we also brought our mother with us today and their parents who are hearing. And we were just talking about the fact that people who need deaf role models, I think, are mostly hearing parents, so they can see the opportunities that's possible.
It's really important to recognize women who are deaf for their accomplishments. Sitting in the audience, I was inspired, and I wanted to become like them in the future. It's never too late to become successful, regardless if you're 10, 20, or 80 years old. It doesn't matter, you can still pursue your goals.
It really touches me to see these young deaf women that we brought here because I can see the seed quietly having sat inside them. And after this event, I can see that quiet seed glowing and starting to grow because they got to meet these successful deaf women. It is really important. It's called the deaf community.
Yes, and you can definitely see the impact on them right now.
Hello! Right now we have all our lovely pearls, our women lined up here. They will be taking turns walking up here and explaining exactly who they are and walking off stage. They will be introducing their names and the reasons of contributions for their Pearl Awards.
Hello, my name is Marilyn Jean Smith. I received an award for my work with the anti-violence movement since 1986.
Hi, my name is Sharon Ann Dror, and I'm part of the Founders category for the Jewish Deaf Community Center.
Hi, my name is Julie Rems Samario, and I became a Pearl because I really like pearls. No, I'm kidding. Really, I worked for Deaf Hope as the founding director for 8 years.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline Vincent, and I received the Pearl as an advocate, which is an honor. I was involved with the California Department of Education's Parent Resource Guide for infants and toddlers age 0 to 3 for deaf children.
Hi, I'm Tina Albert, and I was given the Pearl Award under the business category for owning my own makeup and skincare business.
Hi, I'm from San Francisco, California. My husband Russ and I opened up Mazzeria 2.5 years ago. So if you guys have not eaten at Mazzeria, come to San Francisco and visit us.
Hi, my name is Tamara Suter Akudo, and I was chosen for the Hidden Pearl Award for my work on the Access News. This is a TV program that's been running for the last 2 seasons on our local PBS channel. In this show, I was given the opportunity to interview congressmen, senators, famous authors, and also professors locally.
Hi, I'm Melanie Nakaji. I work for the University of California in San Diego, California. I was selected as a Hidden Pearl, maybe because I'm not usually in front of an audience. I tend to be more behind the scenes, helping develop a training program for interpreters that are focused on cancer terminology. There are about 500 interpreters that are involved with this program. Secondly, I teach medical students who are now doctors to become more fluent with American Sign Language and aware of deaf culture for their deaf patients.
Hello, Hello, everyone. My name is Linda Bov. It's an honor to receive a pearl from this group. And I worked on Sesame Street for 32 years, not 23, 32 years. And I was known as Linda the Librarian.
Hello, my name is Ella May Lentz, and I've been chosen as one of the advocates for Pearl because of my work with the Signing Naturally curriculum, author for teaching American Sign Language, and that's been taught all over the United States as well as shared with other countries. And that is a great honor. Thank you so much. You know, being a pearl is one thing, but we mustn't forget who made the pearl. That would be the shell, and that would represent our community, which is our value. Thank you.
I'm Lauren Ridloff. The reason why I'm here today with the first of category is because I was the first Black Miss Deaf Illinois and the first Miss Deaf America who is multiracial from 2000. I'm Natasha O'Philly. I was nominated as a Pearl because I'm a fashion designer. I own a company here downtown LA, and I'm trying to spread my fashionista style.
I am Carolyn Stern. I am a deaf family physician, board certified, and I am here for the award for the Pearl Advocate for the startup website of deafdoc.org for the enhancement of health information and literacy within the deaf community.
Hi, my name is Toby Silver. I'm from Washington, D.C. I'm very honored to be here and to be selected as a Hidden Pearl. Really, I was one of the first deaf women involved in video and television production. Currently, I produce and manage the policy, media, and video program both for internal and external service. Videos for the Internal Revenue Service.
Hi, I'm the co-founder of Deaf Artist Movement, and the acronym is DAM, DAM. And we have been fighting for the right to have deaf artists in America. And I would like to call Sheena to come on over.
Oh, how nice. Can I open it now? Oh, this is just neat. Look at this, Deaf Women's Soup. Oh, this is great. Oh, I've got to take a look at this.
And if you notice, it's a can full of pearls.
Oh, this is incredibly nice. Thank you very much. This picture shows the abundance of pearls that represent all of our backgrounds and experiences. It is all placed into this huge pot where it is eventually overflowing, and that can create ample opportunity for possible future projects and ideas. I especially look forward to seeing our progress grow from our community and from our future Pearl ladies. Thank you.